Good morning, Happy New Year. If you're coming in, give me a hello. If you're on replay, drop a replay. Say Happy New Year. Good time to start new goals. So you might be thinking about New Year's resolutions, how to create habits, what habits I want to get rid of. And this is a good time to do this. Like ride the wave. Although we always talk about what's sustainable, is this going to be sustainable forever? Ride this wave is my first habit for you. Like if you've got a lot of motivation right now, just ride that. Even if you're like, dry January is in, great, ride it. A few others doing it. You know what? Reducing your alcohol intake is going to have a drastic improvement on your health, on your sleep, on your energy levels, on your recovery, you name it. You're going to feel so much better. So why would I not say, no, you shouldn't do that. If you want to do it. Actually, great time. You might even be a bit sick and tired of some of the Christmassy food, snacks, treats, especially after today. And you might be ready to go, you know what? Yeah, I don't even want it. It doesn't even interest me. Don't force it if you don't want it. But the thing that I want to touch on here is that with this, when we're creating a habit, sometimes we think we've got to do it every day, and if we don't, the streak's over. And we're like obsessed with the streak. And what I want to touch on here is when you think about this streak, if you like, we want to move away from the streak, but closer to do what you do on average. Because actually your results, where you are right now, isn't because of what you did every day in a row for the last whatever. It's actually what you did on average. So you might have had a few great days in there, but they just weren't consistent enough. You weren't persistent enough. And my point being that, let's say you start dry January and after 6 days you have a beer, you have a wine. You know, I think it's 24 days in, is it, something like that? Off the top of my head, that most of our New Year's resolutions start to die down a bit. And is that because we have this perfection mindset rather than persistent? Because actually, what actually creates habits? Is it perfection or is it persistence? Like, think of all the things we do in life. I can guarantee that it's persistence that gets you the great results, not being perfect in it. And this is a reminder that if you start a new habit and you're like, right, 6 days in, you did 6 days in a row, and some of the apps don't help sometimes because they're like, congratulations, you've done 7 days in a row. Like, even the watches, sometimes they're like, well done, Matthew. You're smashed it. That's 8 days in a row. And there's a part of me goes, oh, we need to keep that going, which is great. But then when I don't have it, and I'm like a 2-day streak of closing my rings, I'm a bit like, oh, it's like quite disheartening. But actually, it doesn't really matter about the streaks, what you do on average. The best results will come from, wait for it, messing up today and getting back to it an hour later, half an hour later. The shorter the gap, the better your results will be. So remember that and ride this wave. You might be thinking, what's tuna, jack and potato got to do with it if you read the title? Well, that's because this time of year, you might be like wanting some real bland foods. I'm actually craving like just tuna, jack and potato with some sweet corn for dinner. Not that we're having it today, but probably tomorrow. Like really simple stuff. It doesn't take long. The kids eat, we eat, cheap, easy, filling, nutritious, everything in there. Shove some veggies on the side in there as well, just to fill it up. Good protein, good potato. And actually, it's a filling, wholesome meal. You don't have to go crazy cutting everything X, Y, and Z. But actually, it's a filling, wholesome meal, and it means that I don't really snack because I'm really full up when I have it, especially in the evening. It gives me that little bit of a boost, family time all together. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because you might be jumping towards, oh, cut this, cut that, cut that, cut this. And that's fine if you're really motivated to do that. But remember, number one, real habits come from what you do on average, not the streak. Number two, you don't have to go too over the top if you don't want to. Make the choices that you want to make right now, because actually doing anything will probably get you results right now compared to what you've been doing over the last 2 weeks or so. Hope that helps. Our brand new 100-day New Year challenge is now open. We are getting ready to rock from tomorrow. So if you want more information on that, comment with January, get you the details. Have an awesome New Year, and I'll